Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Vibe. Vibe stands for Virtuous, Intelligent, Beautiful Energy. And we're today, our topic is ways that you can help your child succeed in school. Because this channel is all about empowering parents to empower their children. And so you're going to want to watch till the end because I have some bonus tips on things that you can do to help your child in school. But before I get started, I just wanted you all to know that if you want to know who we are, you can just read about us in the description. And I wanted to say that parent involvement is extremely important. It is extremely important that you show your child's teacher that you are an involved parent. And it's very important that you show your child that you're very interested in their schoolwork. Now, I'd like to know, Diane, what have you done in the past to help your child? Well, your son is grown now, but what have you done to help him
Yeah.
succeed in school when he was in elementary school?
Well, like I said, I would when he came home, I would ask him what, happened during the day and if he understood everything, and we would practice, the homework and the writing cursive and everything like that. And he was a good kid. The only thing I was going to say, like, I was a really good artist, when I was in school, and my son was terrible. And I was like a little disappointed because I'm like, he should be the artist. He should be, from my genes and everything like that. But he didn't do art. So I said, okay. So my granddaughter now she's the one. So it skipped the generation and went to her. So because she's amazing. So I just, like I said, I would talk, communicate with him, spend time with him, even though I was working. And I was going through a divorce at the time, so I was living with my mom and dad. So we had, in fact, this is the same room that we stayed in. So I was going through some emotional stuff, but I was always there for my son, and helped him, and went to the teacher meetings. And I wasn't in the PTA or anything like that, but I did a lot of talking to him and asking him. So I think that helped, I hope. Well, he's a teacher now, so something worked, right?
Right, right, okay. So,
So that's basically, like I said, just be there for the kid, talk to them, ask them if is there going on, having problems in the classroom, with kids bullying and stuff like that. Luckily, he didn't have any of that.
okay, all right, sounds good. Well, Pastor Bridget, what would you like to say about this? How did you help your children succeed? And by the way, for those of you just tuning in, Pastor Bridget has 5 children. 3 of them are adults and 2 are teenagers. So, what do you do to help your children succeed?
Well, I've been a teacher for over 25 years myself. Our family is really big on education. What I used to love to do, because language arts is one of my favorite subjects, I should say, I would help them learn how to break hard words into syllables. When I'm reading them a story,
Mhm.
or if there was something in school, like they had a challenging read, like if they had to read something for school for their grade, and they would come home and then I'd have to listen to them read. And if they said words or use a diction that um, didn't go along with uh, the story or punctuation, they didn't follow uh, the punctuation along in the book, then I would let them know where they should take a break, where a comma should be, where there should be excitement, exclamation points, and things like that, so
Mm.
that they can read clearly, and so that they can say uh, a challenging word um, within the right syllables, correct syllables, you know, because one of them used to have a challenging time reading hard words or long words. So we would stop, and then I would say, okay, let's break this word down in syllables, And then one of the things that I used to do with my boys, I would break down, I would tell them to write supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I would look at how they spelled it. I broke it down, and then I would have them break it down in syllables. And then we would say it about 3 times. And so eventually they learned how to break down challenging words in syllables. And they knew the right punctuation in the right place where it should go while they were reading.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, sounds good. Right. So, okay, Hala, now you work in a preschool. Now, what
Mhm.
are things that a parent could do if they want to, for example, help teach their child how to write?
I think they could one thing they could do to help is maybe they could guide their hand while they're writing.
Right.
Other things, like if the child's already doing a good job with that, they could just encourage them and keep letting them know how good of a job they're doing. Even with other things, they can just try to encourage their children and try to lead them without maybe giving them the exact answers, just so they can help them learn it on their own as well.
Right. And
But
so,
just being encouraging.
yeah,
Sorry.
so what you're saying is a parent should be positive, right? That's
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
And
that's
just try
one
to
of
be
the tips.
helpful.
Right, that's one of the tips that I have, and that sounds so simple, but you'd be surprised at how many parents are very critical of their children. So you want to be
Mm-hmm.
mindful of that. And the tips that I'm going to give you are tips like this. I already said the parent involvement is very important. Helping your child with their homework is important. And the thing is, a lot of parents, they don't know how to do the new math, for example. Well, if you don't know how to do something, there are resources on the internet of how to do it, no matter what the subject is. You can find a video that will teach you how to do, algebra, calculus, or whatever. And if you still don't understand it, people don't realize that you can go to your local church to get help or to post a notice that you need a tutor, or you can go to the local high school and they can, suggest a few names of some of the teenagers who can help your child. Sometimes people don't have money to pay for a tutor, but if you paid a teenager, you could pay them less money than someone who's a professional tutor.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's a suggestion. And as far as doing homework is, I like to tell parents, please let your child do his homework himself, because I've had so many situations where parents or big brothers or big sisters, they do the child's homework and they have all the answers correct, but then when the teacher asks them any questions, the child can't answer it because the child
Right.
didn't do his or her homework.
Right.
Right? And also, you want to have open lines of communication with the teacher.
Yes.
You
Mhm.
to call the teacher, like when your child starts a new grade, call the teacher within a week or so to introduce yourself. Introduce
Right.
yourself to the teacher, and talk with each other before there is a problem.
Yes.
Mhm.
Then, once the lines of communication are open, whatever the situation is, the outcome is more likely to be a positive outcome.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah, so these are some things that you all can do to help your child to succeed. And for those of you who are fans of the show, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a comment. Let us know what you think of this topic. If you have suggestions for other topics, that'll be great. Click like and click share. And I hope that you subscribe. And also, now we have an online store where you can buy t-shirts that say Vibe. You can buy coffee mugs, you can buy tote bags. So if you go to our website, which is parentsrus.biz, you can find out more information about that. But for right now, that's it for now. And thank you so much for watching. So see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.